Hi, Pep. Could you just tell us if there's any update on Rodri and the extent of his injury, please?
Got surgery this morning, ACL and some meniscus, something. So next season will be here.
So
this
you don't even think he'd be in July? Or?
This season is over.
I mean, that's obviously the kind of worst news on Tuesday. You said it might not be as bad, but
yeah, unfortunately got the worst, but it's what it is. In that level, sometimes unfortunately happen. We are there to support him and good recovery step by step and move forward.
Could I just ask you, from a managerial perspective, you've said he's irreplaceable, but then it's your challenge to replace him, and you've got numerous brilliant players to do that with. How do you go about thinking for games how you replace him? What components of the game go into your mind to work out what is the best way of covering?
What he give us, we don't have no similar player, but the other players all together can replace what Rodri has or have given since arrive to us. So we have to do it as a team, and we have to find a way, to play during a lot of months without an important player for us. Everybody knows it, and like all the teams want, a speedy recovery for next season, compete against them.
Pep, is your team more able, do you think, now to cope without Rodri than maybe they've been in the past, with having Gundogan back, with having Kovacic as well, the other defenders, of course, who have inverted in their roles? Do you think your team now is more able to cope than maybe in the past?
If we win, yeah. If we don't win, it's because we miss Rodri.
Do you have more confidence that you can cope?
There's no one day in the last years that I was not confident. Of course, we are stronger with him. We are stronger with Nathan Ake. He's now playing since arrived for international break. We are stronger with Oscar Bob and all the injuries with Kevin, and we know that, but it's what it is. So we don't want it, but football happened, and it's a pity because it's a long injury, and of course it's 8-9 months, and after it's not because after in 1 month you have to be ready, and after that come the muscular injuries. You have to be careful because when you have an ACL injury 8-9 months, year after you have problems, muscular problems for sure. So that's why it's longer. So I think Rodri will become his best after not just 8-9 months, but it's what it is. As a club, we have a magnificent players, and we'll find the solution, and we'll see what happens.
Can I ask about Kevin De Bruyne as well? You mentioned him there. Is he available this weekend?
No.
How long do you think he'll be missing for now?
I don't know. Before maybe international break or after international break. So we'll see.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi, Pep. Last week you said that one of your main targets is to do better and create more chances against teams that play very deep with 8-9 players. How can you create space when there is no space?
Being better in smaller spaces, but always I learned when you play against teams that defend so deep, always you create more chances that we concede. That doesn't mean you're going to win the game. No. That doesn't mean that we are going to do what you have to do. Maybe not. But for sure, you create more chances than the opponent. At the end is what we have to do as a team. At the end, how many shoots we have, how good the keeper was safe, and that is the point. And after when transition, when they score a goal, yeah, you lose the game, yeah, it happened. But as a team, we have to do more than the opponent. At the end, the opponent is to say, I have to do more than the opponent today, this afternoon, yes or not? Yes? Okay. This is what you have to do. But sometimes it happens, sometimes not. And always they have knowing that is difficult. It's difficult. So the last 3 games was like that, so deep, okay. As much we play against that team, it happened in the past, as much we play and had the feeling we were doing better than the past, as much we play in that type of games, we will improve.
Is there a compliment to your team that so many behave that way against you?
No, because not all the teams. So It's not all the teams want to do that. So sometimes happen because we are good, or sometimes because there are moments is that there are not a moment. Always we defend sometimes 11 players in the box, because the opponent is better. But we try to do as less as possible. But it depends on the opponent. Challenges, we have to deal with it and have to adapt it and do it as much better as possible.
Hi, Pep. In terms of your team selection, obviously you were without Rodri at the start of this season, and Rico Lewis, for example, was moving into midfield to John Mateo. Is that, in your opinion, the strongest solution to the issue of Rodri?
Is one of them.
Because it looked very impressive at the start of the season.
Yeah, but it's one of them. They have few more. Gundo can play in that position. John Stones and John and Manu have played in that position. So we have alternatives to do it.
Rodri obviously got hurt playing for Spain in the summer. Was it the same knee? Is there any link between the injury he suffered here and the injury he suffered for Spain?
I'm not a doctor.
But is it the
not
same
even
knee?
a physio.
Is it the same knee that he had issue with?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have to say, oh, you do this, happen that. Nobody knows. So nobody knows. I have an opinion on that, but absolutely the national team want to do the best from Rodri, and in that moment didn't play nothing and went there and play, and it was fine, come back, and after was injured. So playing against Inter really good, and the actions what happened Arsenal. So of course it's not absolutely related for the fact that they went to the national team.
Can I just ask finally, I think we should probably ask about Newcastle. What have you made of their start to the season under Eddie Howe? Obviously that they've perhaps struggled in terms of performances, but the results have been okay. I mean, what do you make of their development? Because they're trying to close this gap, aren't they?
Well, the first I want to say, like the first question against Newcastle, Alex said to me that the CEO from Alex announced that they have unfortunately a blood cancer, so we wish him health from Man City, all of us, the best of the recovery for him, and I'm pretty sure will be the best doctors to take care of him, and the best recovery for him and his family, and hopefully he can go through, because at the end this is the most important thing, be healthy. And Newcastle is always Newcastle, so since a few years, and Eddie was there, and the team is one of the most toughest, strongest, and opponents, especially home and away, but especially away, for the atmosphere in this marvelous stadium. And yeah, we are going ready to the battle.
Thank you. Hi, Pep. With Rodri being out until next season, I know it's very early to talk about it, but will you have to look in the January window to maybe replace him, or you're happy with the squad?
We talked today with Chiqui. We'll see how it's going on. We'll have to decide tomorrow, right? So the transfer deal is closed since you say in January, so we have time and see potential problems we have and after we will see.